Changing gear.
Singapore 876 Heavy, gate Charlie 20, request pushback and engine start.
Heavy, request taxi.
Singapore 632 Heavy, runway 02 center taxi via MSFS. Singapore 922 Heavy, runway 02 center taxi via Romeo 7, Romeo Tango Tango 12.
Runway 02 center taxi via Romeo 7, Romeo, Tango, Tango 12, Singapore 922 Heavy.
Singapore 726, contact Singapore Tower 118.25.
Over to Tower 118.25, Singapore 726. Singapore
Approaching
726, ready to go.
02
Runway
center.
02 center.
Singapore 726, runway 02 center, line up and wait.
Runway 02 center, line up and wait. Singapore 726.
Singapore 726, Singapore Tower, wind 150 at 6, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Singapore
On runway
726.
02 center.
Thai 402 Heavy, contact Singapore departure 120.3. Contact Singapore departure 120.3. Thai 402 Heavy. Singapore 922 Heavy, holding short, runway 02 center. Singapore 922 Heavy, runway 02 center, line up and wait. Line up and wait, runway 02 center, Singapore 922 Heavy. Singapore 922 Heavy, Singapore Tower, wind 150 at 6, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff, Singapore 922 Heavy. Singapore 726, contact Singapore departure 120.3.
Contact Singapore departure 120.3, Singapore 726. Singapore departure, Singapore 726. Good morning, 2,100 feet.
Singapore 726, Singapore departure. Good morning identified. Climb to flight level 190.
Climb to flight level 190, Singapore 726.
Singapore, 922 Heavy. Singapore departure, identified. Climb to flight level 190. Climb to flight level. Phuket arrival 120.7.
Contact Phuket arrival 120.7, Singapore 726. Phuket arrival, Singapore 726. Good morning, 9,500 feet with the numbers.
Singapore 726 Phuket arrival, good morning, QNH 1009er, expect the ILS runway 27.
Singapore 726 established on final approach.
Singapore 726 affirmative.
Runway 27 cleared to land. Singapore 726.
Approaching 27.
Approaching minimums 400.
Radcat 819, holding short, runway 27.
400. 300.
819, hold short of 27, arriving
200.
Affirm, hold short of 27 for
100.
traffic, Radcat 819.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10,
1,500 meters remaining.
Radcat 819.
1,200 remaining.
Singapore 726, exit left at Bravo.
Exit left at Bravo, Singapore 726.
Redcat 819, Phuket Tower, wind 290 at 7, runway 27, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27, cleared for takeoff.
Singapore 726, contact ground 121.9er.
Ground 121.9er, Singapore 726.